Well, let's see if this is working here, folks. Welcome back to KingPittDawg Racing. I'm Kevin. We've had a little bit some internet issues with some droppages, so we're gonna verify this is working again. This is my fourth attempt to re-get going here, so we'll see what happens. That's the old one. View channel. It shows live. Yep. Let's do a sound check. Okay, I think we are good to go. Let's do a sound check. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, I'm going to give everyone a crash course here before I jump back into the lobby if they're still live. It's taken me about 15 minutes to deal with all this. Alright, this is a car we haven't built yet for our Super HiSSSeRs. We have it in a HiSSSeR, not this version because it doesn't quite make the spec. But I am going to give you a crash course on how to build a HiSSSeR, which is the HECS Spec, Stock, Sprint, something or a niner. I think it's Stock, Spec, Sprint, Race Car. So we call them HiSSSeRs because it's HiSSSeR. And I don't honestly remember. We've just been calling them HiSSSeRs for so long. Original HiSSSeRs came off of the Winter Sprint series or the Spring series. I don't know which one that Steve ran, and we modified the cars a little bit, put all bolt-on parts, and then made it 250 to 254 horse and 2,800 pounds. And we basically built a race car out of a street car. So I'm going to show you how to do that right away. First things first, we got a brand new Super I just bought last week. And we're going to go and wide body the car first. That you need to make that your first step. Okay. It takes it a few seconds here. It's got to apply it. Okay. Then you want to set yourself up with some good wheels. You can use whatever you want. I like to make them... There's certain wheels I like better than others. I used to use the BBS-FS on everything, but I've kind of moved along to some different ones. And some of them look better on some cars than some others. So we're going to... Where's the ones that... One of them has like a different colored center. I think it's... I can't remember which one it is now. I think it's these. Well, we're going to go with these, okay? So 19 inches is standard. I'm probably going to stick with the 19 inch. You got to be careful with these because of the wide body. You might start rubbing. So there's those wheels. Okay, now we go across. If you just go from left to right, just go to custom parts, front. We want the front splitter, and I always try to put the most aggressive looking one. That's kind of weak. That one looks pretty good. That's going to give you the best downforce adjustment. And I think these look, this one probably better for, again, we're making a race car out of a street car. So we want the rear diffuser. And I'm going to be a lot more lenient on wings. They all used to be medium 22, but we're going to make this one, see what kind of downforce we can add with that one. Looks pretty good on there. Hood pins, you can do whatever you want. Tow hook, do what you want. I like type B. And a full roll cage whenever you can. Again, that'll stiffen the car a little bit more. So, light bulbs. I'd get rid of that front plate. You don't need it. And then, okay, so we've done the cosmetic part. We've basically wide-bodied the car. And we've added roll cage. We've done all of our ground effects, our aero. And now we're going to go to the tuning shop. And we're going to go left to right. Is this still active? This car has 380. Looks like we're still good. We're still getting that internet pause. I'm not sure what it's doing. Not sure, but let's go power restrictor. And again, all hissers are the same. You're going to need all these things. Again, 3,000 pounds is our target, so we got to get under that to raise up to that. So on semi-racing, you always want to get the fully customizable computer, the fully customizable LSD, and we want a fully customizable manual transmission, and then increased body rigidity. Again, we're making a race car out of a street car, so we're going to add some reinforcements to the body. Alright, so now, bolt-on parts is the philosophy to start. Okay, so we're already at our number, but we still got to bolt on our parts. Because these are spec cars. So we're going to add everything, engine tuning-wise, to bolt-on parts. Okay, now we're going to add our brake pads, brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, and then we want at least medium tires, because that's our spec tire. Depending on your performance points level, you can run others. So this car is actually at 687.08 right now, so we're going to go over to settings in the garage and adjust that. Okay, so first things first, what I like to do, and I'm going to change this to the Super HiSSSeRs Spec right away, and then what I like to do, and I've said this before, we drop this car, I get it pretty low. Get it as low as it'll tolerate. And we try to put everything in the middle. It's just a good starting point, and I recommend that to everybody so you don't get lost. The settings that they set on these are just kind of goofy sometimes. Again, we've made more of a race car, so anything over 2 makes more sense. On the frequency, those are stiffer dampers. And then their negative camber is always, or their camber is always a little too much. I always start like 2 and 2. I just put a little less in the rear than the front. And then toe angle, I always like to have a little bit, and a little bit less of the rear, so. I like to go like double initial torque and acceleration. It seems to work pretty good most of the time. And then put the braking sensitivity somewhere in the middle. Aero, we're at Daytona, so we're gonna probably run it down. Let's go 80, 160 again. I like to just as a baseline to set it up. All right, we need a little bit of ballast, probably about, I'd say 50. A little bit more than that. 60, 61. Car's pretty well balanced, so we'll probably split the difference here on where to put the ballast, and then power restrictor. Let's start here and see where it puts us. 403, right where we need to be. So perfect. Look at that, right there. This car's got a lot of gears, so it's got 8. I always put rear bias in a rear drive car. That looks like it's going to rub. But we'll see. We'll test it out and see. But there is how you build a HiSSSer. It's really simple. Just follow that process. I can build them, like I said, in just a few minutes. So let's see if we can get back into the lobby. And hopefully it doesn't pause out on us here. All right. And they may have shut the lobby down. I don't know. That would be fine. I mean, it's taken me about a half hour from now. Nope, no rooms, so they must have shut her down. So, all right, but you saw how to build a HiSSSer, and I think I will actually create a lobby. Take this sucker around just to see. I just want to see if, kind of give you an idea what we're looking at. Alright, let me get my VR on. You'll get a blue screen for just a second. Alright, let's see what this thing can do. I don't have my gloves on, no big deal. I gotta light up the, oh, must have already started it. Yep, okay. This engine loves to be short-shifted. Tons of torque. Alright, we're getting ready to start our real lap here. Cut it right down to the line. Gonna fade out to the wall, and we're looking for the light on the wall there. Ooh, we went really wide, we saved it. A lot of gears here, it's kind of hard to decide where you want to run. Late apex on this area. Up a gear to keep from looping it. Let her swing out, and then you're going to work your way down the banking. The idea is to come out way late apex here as you get onto the straightaway. Almost overdrove that one. Yeah, that kind of hurt me there. Let's see where we end up. So 153 on the first one. Let's see if we can get it a little better here. A little earlier braking this time. I think the gearing is pretty good. Again, way late apex here. We want to get on it. Before we lose grip, we want to get up into higher gear. Ooh, I went too wide. Dagnabbit. Well, that's probably cost me a second and a half. Cut it a little tight here. A little bit harder on the brakes this time. Cut that curb, 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 curb. There you go. We're trending faster, but we lost some time there. A little loose, but we're still a second ahead. A little loose on throttle. Curb, 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 curb. This thing gets through that bus stop really nice. Or the lemon chicken lemon chicane. Oh shoot, forgot to shift. Too busy yapping. That's gonna cost me. Alright, we gotta pay attention to not talk here. Damn it, started to break free on me. Should make up for not missing that shift there. That's gonna hurt me. Overcooked that one too. I'll be quite a bit behind up this first timing marker. 369 behind. Made up a lot of ground there. Come on. The 1.4 is pretty good. Oh, I didn't hit it long enough. Alright, that wasn't horrible. Alright, so this is where we've been testing. Again, we might expand our horizons on the testing, but Daytona's fun as all get out. So that car is really good. I was a little disappointed in the Z. I ran it earlier. The Z34. We got a bunch of other cars to build. I'm going to pull my VR off real quick. That's a good looking car though. That's the matte finish one. Alright, I'll build another couple more so anyone that wants to look at this can... Let's see, what else we got? Again, I went through all the brands and looking at different cars. Let's build this Genesis. These are good looking cars too. This is the V6, so she's not too far off, much like the Supra. Alright. This was a new car, I believe. Regardless, $250 for the oil change. The reason you want to do that is to make sure that your horsepower baselines are correct. Okay, so first step, again, in any of them, wide body. Pretty cheap on this one. Alright, now it's time to mod it. Again, once you've got it wide bodied, you got to let it apply. And we're just going to go right across the board. We're going to start with the wheels. And again, I try to make them look somewhat like the ones I got, so we'll do some like spokey looking ones here, like these. 19 inches standard. 18 inch might give you a better... I like to be as close to 17 as possible, but we're going to go wide on those. Whoop, we don't worry about the paint color. Front end, we're going to add the Type B splitter. Again, that's going to give you downforce. We're going to add Type B. You could do Type A if you want, but Type B is a little bit more aggressive. Now, the rear of this thing already has like kind of a quasi-diffuser on it, so we're going to leave that standard wing and see what it does for downforce. Again, hood pins, you can, all the modern cars I do these style. Tow hook, I do this. This one doesn't give you a roll cage. Other parts, always set your lights because we do run some night races. Type rear only is pretty much my standard. Again, most everything on this, I built a hisser like this before. This is a super hisser. So, we're going to go into the tuning area now, and we're just going to go again right across the board. You can build these cars in 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes, depending on how long your computer sets up, or your PlayStation takes. Might be a little longer on a PS1. Alright, what we didn't do over here... Oh, we did, okay. But we didn't get enough. So we got to go below 3,000 so we can ballast up to 3,000. So you're going to need that power restrictor and the ballast. Okay, and then the next tab, we're going to need the fully customizable computer. We want the fully customizable LSD, and then the fully customizable manual transmission, and then increased body rigidity. Racing, this is NA, right? Yep, so naturally aspirated, so racing air filter, racing muffler, racing exhaust manifold. Alright, we're at 383, so what I always tell people, get the engine balance tuning next. Look at that, puts us right where we need to be. We don't even have to restrict this engine. 402 horse with the engine balance tuning. Racing brake pads. Racing brake kit. Brake balance controller. Fully customizable suspension. Racing clutch and flywheel. This is a rear-wheel drive car, so we're going to get our racing medium tires. And we are pretty much good to run our settings, and we're good to go. So now we're going to go into our settings, and what I would do, first step, edit name, Super HiSSSeRs Spec. Okay. You can set your heights where you want. I like to keep them pretty low, not always all the way down. But I would set your everything to the middle of the sliders, because again, they don't really study these when they set these up. It's just kind of a generic setup. And we want to be probably over 2 minimum, because we're making a race car out of a street car. And I like to keep my somewhere around 2 and then just a little bit less on the rear. Pardon me. Toe angle I like to put a little bit in the front of positive. And then they got a little bit too much on here. We're going to take out a little bit. And I always add a little bit. I double it and then kind of put this in the middle. It seems to work out pretty good. It's not giving me any downforce, so we're going to want to go put a natural wing on there. So, or a custom wing on it. Some of them, it's letting you do it, downforce with a regular wing, but this one's not. So we're going to jump out of here and go get a wing. I'm going to be more open on this one. I used to say, hey, you got to do a medium 22 on all the cars just to keep it even, but I'm going to let people tune it a little bit. You can adjust it to the looks of the car if you want. Let's go low. That's a little too thin. Medium. This car's kind of rounded. Let's try something like that. Yeah, that looks kind of ugly. I ended up with a medium 22 because that's the one I like. Go figure. Alright, so we got that all set. Now we can go back to our garage. Go to our settings. See, now we got some good downforce. Look at that. So now we can we're testing at Daytona, so we're going to run it down to like I think that's some weird downforce. It's still light. Let's do 25 and let's just split the middle right there. What was this, 100? Or 50? Let's just split it. 25 and 75. That'll work. Okay, we need to add some weight, so we need to ballast it up. Let's go right to the middle and see where that puts us. 29 CCI, we need more than that. 133, that's a little too much. 116. Again, we got. You want to kind of at least push some of it to the back. I'm going to go about 33. Gives me 54, 46. We'll just put it all to the back. There we go. That kind of levels the car out. And now we got to take our power restrictor and... No, actually we don't. We're at 402. So we're right where we need to be. And again, I always just... 2 in the rear on rear-wheel drive cars. So pretty simple build on that car. Looks good. They all look so good, wide body and lowered. And that color's awesome. I always really like these cars. I'd love to get one and do like an LS swap on it. Especially if you could use the 6-speed. Alright, there's another. We got time for probably one more here before I'm going to call it a night. We did the Super RZ. Let's see, what else? Let's do something unique. Let's do this Aston. I love these cars. This one's already got plenty of power. We're still going to add our power adders. This car's probably going to be a little pricey to build. Alright, first step as always, wide body. 50,000's not terrible. A relatively expensive car. Oh god, these are beautiful cars. Alright. Okay. Back to our wheels. Then we'll keep them somewhat similar. Which were the ones that had the different colored centers? Okay, those are basically like those, so we're gonna use these. I like those wheels. We'll keep them at the 19s. I really don't like rubber band wheels. Wide. And then we're going to put our splitter on the front, our ground effects on the side, and our diffuser on the rear, and then our wing. See which one we like the best. Not that, not that. Probably going to want the beveled ones. Tell you what, you know, I always use that 22 because I liked it. That one looks good. Alright, there's that part. No roll cage on this one. Ooh, that's a good looking car. How slunk down it looks with those aero mods on it. Alright, this one's going to be one we're going to actually have to restrict the power and dump some weight. So back over to the tuning shop. Weight reduction stage 1. Weight reduction stage 2. Power restrictor and ballast. Fully customizable computer, all of them. Fully customizable LSD. Fully customizable manual. Increased body rigidity. All cars. Now, this is a naturally aspirated car, so we're still, even though we're over the horsepower number, we're still going to add a racing air filter, muffler, and exhaust. Brake pads, brakes, balance controller, fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, and our medium tires. And that's it for that one. Again, once you get the hang of building these, you can build them fast. Ooh, that thing looks like a rocket. Like an airplane or something. Ugh. I like it. And like I said before, drop it down where you want it. Put these sliders in the middle just to start, give yourself a good starting point. I usually actually end up leaving them. I usually don't mess with this stuff. It usually is pretty good. Not a lot of arrow on the front of this one. Let's put it up to about, right, let's split the difference. 45 150 is pretty good. Alright, we need to add a little weight now. Let's go to right about 58. 73. We'll keep that balance. It's a 50-50 weight split, so we're going to keep the balance where it is. Let's try the middle and see where it is. 416, 391, 406, 401. Let's just see what we get the best. 406, 401. It's the same either way, we're just going to leave it there. Again, always start with the restrictor. And then I like to put a couple of rounds of rear brake bias in it. And there we go, we've just built another one. And that is sexy. Damn, I like that thing. And a proper manual. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful car. Look at that interior, that's beautiful. Oh, yes. Love it. Alright, so there we go. That took about 4 minutes, I think, to build that whole car. Ah, that thing's beautiful. Love it. Love that color, too. I love my Supras, but man, these Astons are just beautiful. And I would want the V12. Just because if you're going to buy an Aston, buy an Aston. Don't necessarily like that new Vantage there, but this version I love. That looks too much like a frickin' Honda. DB11, that's nice. Let's look at that car. Ooh, look at that. That's that same color. I like this one. Okay. Talked me into it. I talked myself into it. Alright. We're going to go look at this car in VR. I forgot how to do this. Okay, you can move here. How do I go up? Up? Nope. B12. Honestly, this one's not as good looking as the other ones. How do I do that? Oh, 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 oh. Ah, shit. I forgot how to... Oh, okay. That's right. Push the R3 button. Okay. Bend down here a little bit. Those seats don't look ridiculously comfortable, but that interior's nice. Yeah, I don't like this as much as the Vantage. I mean, it's neat, don't get me wrong, but it does have some actual controls, but I don't like the fact that it's missing a pedal. Let's see which Astons I actually have here. AMG. There we go. This one's better. No? Wait a minute. That's my cup car. This one's pretty cool, too. I forgot I had this one. That side ribbing has a little bit of the Mercedes vibe to it. It's a good looking car. Not so much the ribbing on the side, but... Oh look, it has no bumper seam. Obviously a concept car, but... Oh, this has like the... I wonder if this whole back end comes off. Yeah, there is a seam right there. There's no bumper seam though. Again, we're missing a pedal. Like how the tack spins backwards. I guess I'd take this if somebody gave it to me. Let's see what we got in the used cars that we could make super hissers out of. Hisser light there. $462,000 for the DeLorean? Holy crap. Jeez, $444 for that Acura. Holy crap. Alright, well I think it's getting late into the night here. It's 1:10 a.m. here in Northern Illinois, USA. I guess I already had one of those. Must be tires. This is a hisser. Cool. These things are so cool. If I can make a hisser out of this, I should be able to make a super hisser out of it. Let's see how detuned this thing is. It's quite a bit detuned, actually. Not much ballast in it. Should be able to get to 3,000 pounds there. Good looking car except for the headlights. I really just don't like the headlights. Kind of missing that Aston butt with the kind of split tail lights in the back. It looks good. But again, we're missing a pedal. Got some nice big shift paddles. Alright, well. We'll build some more. We could do the F-type, I guess. That's got a lot of power. Again, wide body first on a HiSSSR here. Again, this applies to regular HiSSSRs and cup cars. What do we have that are spooky kind of wheels like that? Those actually look pretty good. We're gonna go with those. They kind of look like the factory ones. In this case, I think A looks better. As far as more race-like. I go with this one, looks a little more aggressive. I actually like that one. It looks really good on there. Again, you can use whatever you want. I prefer these. No roll cage on this one. Get your bright lights. Clean lights, I guess you'd say. So it might require at least 2 weight reductions. She's pretty heavy. I guess I could pull my VR helmet up. Alright. Again, we're going to add all our bolt-on parts. We're going to reduce our weight. That's the goals here. You might have to go 3 steps on this one on the weight reduction. Make sure to get your power restrictor and ballast. Fully customizable computer that'll allow you to reduce the power more if you need to. Fully customizable LSD. Fully customizable manual. And increased body rigidity. The racing tab, this is in supercharged. So I'm gonna go racing intercooler because this is probably intercooled supercharger. Racing muffler. Racing exhaust. Racing brake pads. Brake kit. Brake controller. Fully customizable suspension. Racing clutch and flywheel. And we didn't do stage 3. There we go. That's going to get us where we need to be. Alright, medium tires we need. This baby's going to be restricted. 606 horsepower, 539 foot-pounds. Alright, so first things first, we rename our spec. Whoop. Again, set your sliders to the middle just to give yourself a nice baseline. And somewhere around 1 to 2. I always try to do less on the rear than the front. And I have a little bit of positive toe. $80. Okay, ballast now. We need not a lot, probably about 20 pounds. Or 20. 29.94. 25, okay. Car's pretty well balanced, but 25 pounds ain't gonna make much difference, so 51.49. We're gonna just drive this all the way to the left, see where we're at. 425, and then we can go to our reduction. Let's just shoot at 90, 381, 95, 403. Look at there. Perfect. Alright, 660, 655, 403 pounds, 3,000 pounds. Or 403 horse, 3,000 pounds. 461 pound-feet of torque. That's be a good car to drive. I think Zippy made this one. Another good-looking car. It's also missing a pedal. Alright, that clears the road. That one, that one, that one. Let's go ahead and just get this RS out of the way. Or R8, sorry. I remember if this is a new car, so we're going to change the oil. I think it was. Wide body. I honestly think this takes the longest of anything, just to get it to apply the wide body. Again, you always want to do that first because you'll be doing it again if you don't. We're going to make this thing kind of different. We're going to go 18 just because on a race car you don't want rubber bands. Rear's already got one. Custom wing. Alright, we'll knock out our performance stuff real quick. Okay, where are we at here on... Weight. 3,400. Let's see where one gives us. No, wait. Don't forget to get your power restrictor and your ballast. And always fully customizable computer. Fully customizable LSD. Fully customizable manual. And increased body rigidity. Naturally aspirated cars, so racing air filter, racing muffler, and racing exhaust. Manifold. Racing brake pads, whichever brake kit you want. Racing brake balance controller. Customizable suspension. Racing clutch and flywheel. This is all-wheel drive, so we want our torque factoring differential. And that, I think, is it. Go to our settings and set her up. Oh, didn't get tires. Let's go do that because it changes the PP. Medium is our spec, so always buy those. You can buy the other ones at the track. And if you're able to use them, I don't know, the PP levels are probably not going to allow it on a lot of these. Okay. Again, set your spec up. You can use cars that are HiSSSeRs as super HiSSSeRs if you want. Again, set those sliders in the middle, and Y again. Because you want some baseline to start on. Need quite a bit of ballast. Let's just start on the middle slider. A little bit more. $113. Slide that forward. We're going to go half forward. And our power restrictor, right where it needs to be. Simple. And that's that one. So there we go. We built quite a few of them. All the way down to the Super here. And you can see these other ones we had built earlier. Alright, well that is it for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. Keep in mind, check out our other videos. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Some good racing in that race earlier. If you want to take a look at that, that's probably going to be 2 videos forward. And leave a comment. We'll talk to you around next time. Until then, KingPittDawg out.